is so fast. Oh my. Really good braking power. Oh yeah, don't get away from me. I did a review on the Aoki A9, and a lot of people were like, yo, you got to check out the Wired Freedom. Okay, knock it off. I thought it was somebody from the company. So I went over to Tail Happy. I saw he did a video on it, and I reached out to the company. And then they said, what did they say?
Yes.
They did say yes, which is why we have it. Do you know anything about this?
This is the Wired Freedom. So this bike, a lot of people like it because of its build quality. They say that it's one of the top of the line e-bikes for build quality. So I'm interested to see what that is.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of that. I get a lot of people saying this bike is fast. It's better than the A9. Now look, I don't know. We haven't opened it up, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna open it up, put it together, and we're gonna ride it out. What are you wearing? Are you cheering?
Yes.
For what?
You.
Nice.
And the e-bikes.
And the e-bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the f away from me. That's a pretty color. 1, 2, 3, up. All jokes aside, this bike has got some serious weight to it. Of course, everything is on this, but still, it's heavy. This is just a shout out to these companies. What's up with the zip ties, man? Just save yourself the money on the plastic and just put really tight packaging to stop that from being jostled about. This is gonna take me 35 minutes just to remove these zip ties. So, yeah, let's go. Well, this is nice. Wow, that's pretty cool. Isn't this the thing for your coochie lips? Pedals, headlight, fender screws, and R rack screws. I've never seen that little labeling on the screws themselves. It's pretty cool. Interestingly enough, you get a little nail polish jam. Don't put this on your nails. This is actually paint. Like if you get it chipped up. I've never seen this before. That is, wow. Whoa. Wow, these are nice batteries, man. We did get 2 battery chargers with this. They do have a 3 amp output, so you can charge each battery individually. 60 volt, 15 amp hour, so 5 hours from completely dead to fully charged. 60 volt, 20 amp hour on the secondary battery, so roughly 6 to 7 hours from completely dead to fully charged. So looking at these discs, they are 203s, but it looks like there's some wear on this. Not a lot, just almost like it was tested or test ridden. So I got a couple things that we're going to talk about at the end, but in the meantime, let's fill up the tires, let's bring it out, let's ride.
This bike was kind of a twitch to put together. Let's test out the googiness of the seat because I've already felt it and I love it.
Ooh, this is a big bike. Ooh, Lordy Jesus.
All right, so getting on this bike is a little hard because it is massive. Okay, the seat is pretty Gucci. It feels nice, and I honestly do feel that little bit of space that's in the middle. Like, there's a place for your lips to go. That's nice. I could ride this. I like it. Let's fill up the tires and take this outside. Let's ride.
So before we go on a ride, this is 100% fully charged. We're going to hold down that power button. Really nice logo, Wired e-bikes. We're going to hold that down. That's going to bring us into this beautiful menu, by the way. So you have a lot of different options here. But what we're going to go to real quick, so we're going to go to the general set. Speed unit is at mile per hour. This is a really nice display, by the way. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. And we're going to have it show the voltage of how much is left. Cruise function is on. And that's what that set is for. To set the speed. I've never seen a cruise control like that before. Advanced set. And then you could do your class 2. Okay, so by default, this will be in the class 2 mode, but you are able to unlock that by pressing set, and then you select that to no, and then that should adjust the speed limit to 99 kilometers per hour. That's, I don't know what that speed is, but that's fast. So in your assist PWM, what that does is that allows you to set each one of the pedal assists to how much power you want. Brightness of the screen, password set information, and we are good to go. And you see that we are at 68 volts. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I'm probably going to want to put that seat up a little bit. Here we go. Oh, man, that suspension. Holy cow. I just felt that as soon as I sat on there. Okay, that display is fantastic, by the way. So pedal assist 1, you see, you know, I thought it was going to be much heavier than this just because of how much it weighs. Let's just talk about these speeds real quick. So what we have is 19 miles per hour. I don't know how accurate that is. That might be pretty accurate. Brakes are really good. We got about a second delay on that pedal. If we go to pedal assist 2, yeah, you just automatically feel that power. You see that little wattage output there? Shows the wattage. I hope that that shows it. See that? Even pedal assist 2 feels like most bikes would feel like, and pedal assist 5. Oh, that throttle. Much quicker response with that throttle. Let's test out these speeds. So in pedal assist 2, we'll see how fast we can go. $25. You can see with that braking, just, I mean, watch, 24, and then riding up. I trust these brakes. Really good braking power. That throttle is just, I mean, you just see that front wheel almost wants to come up. Do you see that power? 3,300. Oh my. You are able to adjust each one of those pedal assists to be different speeds by adjusting the amount of power it's going to use. Where does this go? See, I want to go down there, but I don't. I actually do. Yes, I do. What is this? You saw that, right? Just that little bit of pedal. We're going to go down this. So the comfort on this. Now, here's the deal. You can hear the suspension, right? You do have that adjustable rebound. Do I want to risk getting all those ticks? Probably not. You know, it is hot. It is Florida. There might be a couple gators. I definitely hear locusts, but I hear something. Yeah, I don't like that. So I hear these weird insects that are kind of scaring me. I don't know, like a cricket, grasshopper, cockroach. But just a little bit of incline there. The suspension out of the box, really good, man. The rear suspension, a little bit of adjustments I did just made it that much better. I did not have to put air into it, but you are able to adjust that with the air suspension and the compression and the rebound. Then your front suspension, exactly the same. You know, it's nice to have all that adjustable suspension, especially when we're talking about e-bikes. A lot of these ones, especially at the price point that this is at, start coming with like nothing. Oh, you see those? Maybe a little too bouncy. Loosen it up just a little bit. The bike feels good, feels comfortable. I love the speed of it. Both of the batteries on this are 60 volt, 15 and 20. 20 being the one in the midsection and 15 being the one in the rear. For the braking on this, you got 203 millimeters, man. That's a lot of disc. And 4 pistons, so when it grabs, it grabs. I feel like I'm riding a dirt bike off-road. And the grippiness of these tires, these are fat boys too, man. Like, I feel like I'm riding a dirt bike right now. I'm just telling you, those 203s, man, those discs, they feel good, they grip, they bite. It's interesting, man, because there's so many bikes that I've done reviews on, so many. Some say, oh yeah, braking power is great. And I feel like that's one thing that a lot of companies, well, it's either that or suspension, a lot of companies skimp out on, man. They do. It's a matter of, you know, how much can we make, or how, I don't want to say make, yeah, I guess make makes sense, but how much can we rip off a customer? And let's tell them that, oh, get some dirt in my face there. Why? If we got that fender. That's interesting. That's one of the things that companies skimp out on. They'll say, yeah, we got this great suspension, we got great braking power. You get it, it's a piece of shit. Well, it's not a piece of shit, but you're getting what you pay for, right? If you're paying $900 for a bike, don't expect great suspension. Just don't. It's not gonna happen. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I'm gonna do it because I want to see what it's like over there. So we're going. We are going. Let's get it. All the way across. New little development here. Why not? Almost want to go in that dirt over there to see how we can hang. And you know we're going to do it. Here we go. Let's get it. I'm going. Now, this is not dual motor. It is a single motor. So what that means is you can kind of see the power right there. We do get good grip. Good grip. I can adjust the suspension a little bit more. It is a little bit rough. Not enough of air in it out of the box, but no problem. And we are off-road, uphill, downhill. We're just going. I don't know where this goes, but, and this is soft sand right here. Super soft sand. Dead end. Sweet. No dumping, lane clearing, or other stuff. I'm gonna see if I can handle that little hill right there. That's what we're gonna do. There's a little bit of a ditch. There's a little bit of a rut. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's see. Last thing I need to do is get a flat tire. You see this grade, right? There you go. I don't even know what that is. 15? 20? No, it's probably not 15. That's pretty steep though. Yeah, no problem, man. Just absolutely monstrous motor. 3,200 watts. Do I believe it's a true 3,200 watts? It's hard, man. I don't have a dyno for this. I don't. From you. It'll definitely get away from you. Oh my God. Don't try to do that. And definitely don't do full throttle. Have control. Oh my goodness. All right, back on the bike, let's go. You know what's interesting with this motor is you can feel like the torque of the motor. Like, not only can you feel it, you can hear it. And that's interesting. It's like this whole time I've been riding, I've been using pedal assist 1 because it's so fast. You know, one thing I like too is when I stop the cadence sensor on this, there's not a bad delay. It's about that same 1 second to start up than it is for it to stop. And I can appreciate that, I can. A bit of a speed bump there. What really interested me about this bike is I had a lot of people in the comments saying, hey man, you gotta check this bike out. Forget the NEOK 9. You know, you gotta get this bike. I was like, bro, I thought it was a company. Like, so many people recommending it. I thought it was a company. So I went over to Tail Happy's video, you know, like, what's up, man? And he was like, no, it's a good bike. And I said, okay, I got to try this. I got to see what we're talking about. So I reached out to the company. I've reached out to them before. I reached out to the company. I was like, hey, man, you guys want to send me one? Now, granted, the channel is verified. All the subs from the JH channel essentially came over here. So it's verified. And they were like, you know what? We got you. Your persistence, we're going to send you one. And I got it. And it's a really, really pretty color, too. I think there's 3 different colors. I think there's a black, a gray, and then obviously this blue. And the fact that they even give you that little tiny nail polish thing, oh, dude, I can appreciate that. The price is not bad, $19.99. You can see, what am I in? Pedal assist 2? Yeah, 2. It's so fast. It's not the fastest e-bike, right? I have done faster on other e-bikes. There should be a link in the description down below to the other bikes I've done reviews on, and that's my website that shows all of them. I mean, the bike moves. It is definitely the quickest to get to that speed. That I will say, that is accurate. It's not the fastest though, and I don't think they're claiming to be the fastest, but that just goes to show you that they're not scared, or Wired is not scared to actually give something or use the power that is in there. Granted, I know you can say the legality of it. You know what? If you want the legality of this, use the Class 2. It's not a problem. Class 2 all day. Not me. I want Class 3. I ride motorcycles. I like fast car, fast women, and fast money. And usually you can't have all 3 of those. So, matter of fact, you probably can't have any of those unless it's like some ugly, busted-ass chick, and then like nickels or pennies. But that's not good money. It is money. It's not the point. So the bike moves, man. It is a nice bike. Handlebars, BMX style, suspension. I do got to dial that in a little bit. We've done about 6 miles and we really haven't put a dent in the battery at all. Been riding for, I think, 30 minutes. I mean, this is really advanced. Whoa, I think we just popped the chain. Yep, we popped the chain. So, what a perfect time to go over this. Wasn't expecting this. So the chain pop, make sure we shut this off if you're going to adjust this. The last thing you want them to do is catch while you're doing this. So the chain popped. Now, why did it pop? Let's see. Yep, you see here. So it got caught on the other wall. If this was a double wall, we wouldn't have had much of an issue there. So let's lift it up and turn it. So I would change that with it, do it a double wall, but we did come out a little bit there. That might need some adjustment on that rear derailleur because it came off this way, not that way. So that's a micro adjustment. Again, out of the box. If you know what you're doing with a bike, just, again, go. Are you really gonna pedal this? But the chain did pop, and that is one thing I would change. There we go. On the derailleur, there's actually a little micro screw. You have to adjust it to make the distance further away. That could be something that got jostled up in shipping. Not gonna hold that against the company. What negatives do I have to say about this? So out of the box when I was putting this together, right? The problem I had was the kickstand. The kickstand, it was not holding up the bike, and I got pissed off and I emailed the company. I was like, man, you know, your kickstand sucks. No adjustment. They were like, bro, there's a screw on the back. Shut up. And there's a screw on the back, but it wasn't even that. You know what it was? The tire was flat. I don't know why the tire was flat. Again, not the first time that this has happened. And there goes the chain again. Popped off again. Popped off again. I don't know why the tire was flat. We're just going to put this in a different gear. Again, shut it off. I don't know why the tire was flat, but the tire being flat, it has happened before, and automatically, I'll show you while I'm standing here, what was happening, it was standing up like this. So the problem I had is once I put the air in, obviously we give it a little bit more of a slant, but there is in fact a screw behind the kickstand that allows you to adjust the height of it, whatever. But that being said, that allowed me to experience something that I usually do not see. What that did was, that's a little dirty from all that dirting. What that allowed me to notice is that this company, on their website's not great looking, you know, it's not fantastic, but it was American. It was people that I spoke to, an American company that was quick on the dime. Now you could say, well, because you're a reviewer, they obviously picked up the phone. Now some of you could say is, you know what? You're a reviewer, that's why they answer the phone. No, I'll tell you what. If you call them about customer service for one of the bikes, I guarantee you they pick it up. Guarantee you. And it's an American company. I can't tell you how big that is. Now, granted, the bikes are not made in America. You know how expensive this bike would be? So it's not made in America, but they're there. And that's huge, man. I don't know about you guys. I'm a veteran, so I can appreciate anybody that does anything for this country and works for this country and employs people for this country. So for Wired, huge shout out to you, man. You absolutely fantastic customer service. Fantastic. Check this out, check that out. And then when I was having problems with something else, I don't remember what it was, something else I was having an issue with. And what was it? It wasn't the tire. The rims being dusty. So I didn't get, you know, because it had 6 miles out of the box and it had dusty rims. Well, if someone tested this for 6 miles, why would it have dusty rims? Whatever, man. I'm just being nitpicky at this point. It probably sat in a box for too long. You know, ain't nothing that you can't clean up. It's not a big deal. It even says the temperature of the motor. You see that? It's pretty nice. Yeah, there's a cop up there clocking my speed. So the one thing that I would change would be the seat. Just because it is a little bit tight. And I feel like if it was more gougey, would be that much better. You're not even paying attention. Nice. Sitting there clocking speed on the road where it's totally dead. Back to the seat, it is a little bit tight. I would swap out the seat. I'm sure Bree's gonna like it because, you know, she races like road bikes, so it's not gonna be no big deal for her. She's used to sitting on plastic like we did it with BMX bikes. The fenders on this are metal. There's a couple problems with this. First off, I like the fact that they're metal. That shows quality. That being said, if you're going off-road, you're hitting dirt, you're gonna hear a lot of the dinging and the noise that it's going to make with the dirt flying up at it. They weren't terrible to line up. There was a lot of assembly on this though. The suspension was good to go out of the box, but the rear rack, you have to adjust to put that rear fender in, this little tiny screw. I'm sorry I didn't show that. That was kind of something I didn't think of when I was putting it together. A lot of people don't care about that, just like they don't care about the drone shots. That's why I've essentially removed them. I mean, I've been looking at analytics and apparently this is what people love. They love the bike riding. They don't like me talking about, oh my God, they don't like me talking about it on a recap. Although I'm gonna probably have to do that a little bit. But for the price point that this is, keep in mind, I mean, $1,900 or even $2,000. Yo, I can't show you another bike that's even sub 2,500 that does this speed and has all these features. So if you are gonna buy it, check out the link in the description down below. I do make a little bit of cut on that. There's also a member section where Bree gives you her opinions. You can see behind the scenes. There'll actually be a link to this specific video where you see me get angry. Again, that's just, it's in the hot, it's in Florida, just getting angry, pissed off about the side stand. It was all things, that was user error. It's not on the company, that was on me. And you know, all in all, it's a solid bike for what it is. I would 100% recommend it. I like it, it's fast. I would just put more of a comfortable seat on it. Extremely solid for what it is. Make sure to like, comment, let me know anything that you would have liked to see me cover, and I'll do that in a recap. For the rear suspension, I put the rebound all the way to the left, one click away from the firmest position. It was at 100 pounds out of the box. It wasn't bad riding, considering I am 241 pounds. But I did add about 70 pounds to it, putting at about 168, 170 pounds of pressure inside of the rear suspension. When you go to their website, they have this little ditty about why they're called Wired, and I absolutely love the story. I do recommend anybody to check it out. There'll be a link in the description down below to the actual article itself. There's not many bikes that are 60 volt, and especially at the price point that this is at. I was under the impression that when I got the original message about the Wired Freedom on the Antioquia, it was the company, but I see why so many people talk about it. The craftsmanship of this bike, the way that it looks, the way that it rides, the way that it feels, everything about it is fantastic, even the range. I usually do not cover the range for a plethora of reasons, whether it is what pedal assist I'm using, what speed, how much throttle, am I going uphill, how fat am I today, how much clothes am I wearing. There's too many variables, but I could tell you that I cleared well over. I think they say on the website 60 miles. That wasn't a thing for me. Well over that, and that's on one single charge. I don't know how many bikes that I have that I could say that I've done 80 plus miles on a single charge. On other bikes that I personally own that I purchased, I did, but I could tell you that they're well over $19.99. This I would 100% recommend. And if you're going to get the bike, check out the link in the description down below, as I do get a little bit of a cut of that, and that's always going to help me, get more bikes, because you guys love seeing these reviews. Hopefully you like the new format.